So anyone can share with their colleagues and teammates, maybe friends, the webinar that we're going to start in 1 second. So hello, everyone. Hello, all the participants. I'm really happy to have you today. I'm seeing that every one of you are joining from the, different corners of the world. Thanks, Zoom, to joining us here today. And yeah, so today the topic is advanced strategies for overcoming modern challenges in email deliverability. Let me share. Um, okay, let me share the screen right now. I guess you should see this one, right? Please let me know if you can see the screen. It should work right now. Just a sec, I'll check one more time. Stop sharing. Okay, that's perfect. Then it's working. So here you are. So this is the topic for today's webinar. We're gonna talk a lot regarding the email deliverability. What are the current challenges, the strategies, how to actually overcome those. Um, Talking about me personally, I'm a head of sales at Foldly. This is my short intro. I've been in tech for more than 5 years. Before coming to Foldly, I have actually faced, I was reaching out to my leads via either phone calls or emails, and what I noticed that there was a problem in my emails reaching out to my customers' mailboxes. I'm sure you have more or less the same problem or either used to have one. But I never thought that that issue is that big and that I need to follow that many rules in order to hit the inboxes of my recipients. Now at Foldly, I understand how it all works. I see, I understand the need. I understand the strategies, and sharing all of these with our customers. Um, Talking more about Foldly, as you may know, the most important part here for our customers to understand that we're not a warm-up tool, because warm-up does not work as a standalone product anymore, fortunately or unfortunately for all of us. So this is a deliverability platform, which of course has warm-up embedded. Foldly basically makes sure that at least 99% of your emails are reaching out your intended audience mailboxes. So let's start from this one. I'm pretty sure also that a lot of you have been facing with email blocks from Google and Outlook. Please let me know if any of you did, because there are a lot of different challenges, recent challenges with both Google and Microsoft. So over, I would say, past 6 months, Google has introduced many, many new rules. Currently, blogs on Google are quite rare, I would say. The only issue you might face with Google are if you send several thousands of emails in one time, for example, right at once, or if your content is entirely illegitimate. Otherwise, everything I would say is more or less fine. This is again, but this is one more time talking about Google only. Otherwise, you can send more, but I mean, you can send more than 200 emails per day to ensure the inbox placement. This is our recommendation. You can send more, but that becomes a client's responsibility. So if your account is blocked by Google, you will receive a notification explaining the exact reason. So we're definitely recommending you paying attention to this kind of matter. And it is important to note that this warning won't directly affect the deliverability of the mailbox or the domain's reputation. It is simply a cautionary message about the potential issue, just like that. Um, Challenges with the Microsoft. It is a little bit, complicated right now. I'm sure a lot of you are aware about that. So if you purchase a subscription, I mean the Microsoft subscription, and are immediately given a trial Outlook subscription for 14 days, they usually do not provide an adequate pool of IP addresses. This is exactly what we saw with like 99% of all the customers that are getting back to us with this kind of information or asking our assistance. Um, so like instead, you get a poor quality pool that even like any warm-up tool cannot send emails to, resulting in bounces and messages saying, okay, we cannot deliver this message to your recipient. So in such case, clients have approached Outlook support. This is our recommendations. This is exactly what we recommend our customers doing right now. And unfortunately, Microsoft often say that we will fix everything now. And when it comes, when we ask what exactly had happened, Outlook responds something like, you have a trial. That's it. But in reality, the client receives a different pool of IP addresses, unreliable or just basic, uh, compared to a paid Outlook subscription. So what are the recommendations? We recommend contacting Outlook support in advance. If you want a trial and requesting a proper IP pool immediately. Right now, currently, at the moment, Outlook has, very small limits of sendouts. And the content clients can send greatly affect the client's deliverability. So with Google, after let's just compare, let's talk numbers. With Google, after about 2 weeks, maybe 2.5, it depends, uh, you can see like improvement and you can start sending emails. And if you don't even reach the inbox folder, you at least, you will see your emails going out. However, with Outlook, it may take about 3 to 4 months sometimes. New domains and new emails on Outlook are currently a significant challenge, I would say. So for domains less than 6 months old, it's difficult not just to reach the inbox. I'm not even talking about the spam or promo folder right now, but to send an email at all. This is what you need to consider while either buying Microsoft domain mailboxes or reaching out to your leads using these ones. Yeah, okay. I'm just checking the chat to be sure that everything is clear. Please put some, like signs on the chat whether you faced anything similar with either Outlook or Gmail, so I can understand, because I've seen a lot of cases like this. Everyone, like 80% of all the demonstrations that we have here at Foldly, um, regarding the recent blocks from either G Suite or Microsoft. But of course, with Microsoft, the situation is a little bit tougher. Let's talk about the real sending capacity. This is the how to say, a very interesting moment, because a lot of customers, they react differently on what capacity Foldly customers mailboxes can send. This is very interesting thing. So you can make a screenshot if you wish. Of course, we will, send you the presentation and the video after some time. But anyways, you can share this within your team. A lot of customers are asking us to share this and to send to understand how exactly to scale What are the timelines, of the warm up? What is the initial period? Blah blah blah. So you can, take some notes or either make a screenshot. Feel free to. So these are the real sending capacity of a single mailbox, but there is one thing here, very important. It refers to the mailboxes which has been warmed up with Foldly. Right now, we know that a lot of different warm-up tools or deliverability tools, they cannot guarantee these amounts or, these numbers, unfortunately. So these benchmarks, they apply to both mailbox and domain warm-ups. On a side note, new domains are much more fragile than older ones with existing reputation. So, I'm having a lot of also discussions with the customers who ask, okay, Kate, like let's say our inbox placement right now is, I don't know, 70, and we're thinking of buying another like new mailboxes and new domains. Maybe it makes sense to do that. So the answer from our technical team is that it's better not to. Sometimes it's better just to have the same mailbox on the same domain and work on the reputation of this one than to just buy new, because with new mailboxes, it's a little bit tougher, as I said. So it's but yeah, another thing, it's very normal practice for new domains to initially fall into spam. So if your strategy require buying new domains, new mailboxes, you need to understand that's normal. Then these mailboxes reputation recover. You work on fixing errors or implementing different strategies. Then you gradually improve these statistics. It's like up and downs, up and downs. Best practices for Foldly customers are the next ones. Start with low volumes of sends and gradually increase. Here are the best practices. It's better to start with 15, for example, emails per day and grow exponentially by 10 more, right? Then monitor spam placement closely. Take a look at what's going on, whether you need to change anything in your strategy, etc., etc. Then analyze and fix issues as they arise. We have a different tool in Foldly ecosystem. It's called Inbox Insights. So what it gives each of the customer an analysis, what exactly in their approach is going in a wrong way. So you can maybe buy some different subscription, of course, but you need to monitor this closely, very closely. Of course, use the authentication protocols such as SPF, DKIM, DMARC. You know that it serves as a basis of your email sending. As I said previously, warm up as a standalone product does not work anymore, or feature, let's say. So you need to polish each of the elements of the deliverability in order to succeed. This is how it works right now. And we definitely recommend focusing on engagement matrix. I'm sure a lot of you are monitoring these, so that's not going to be something, from a different planet, let's say. So such as open rates, click-through rates. It's very important because it helps you to build a positive sender reputation, right? And one of the best things for our customers, for you guys to remember, is that warm-up process for new domains can take longer and require more careful management compared to established ones, like established domains and established mailboxes. So it's a normal part of the process to experience some, setbacks before achieving stable and good deliverability. Let's move on to the next slide. Primary factors to consider when dealing with spam. By the way, I forgot to mention in the very beginning one thing. In the end of the Q&A session, we're going to have, I guess, in 15 minutes max, we will share with you a promo code to use if any one of you, new customers, are going to subscribe to Foldly for 6 and 12 months. So you can wait and I'll share it with you. I'll paste it into our chat. Okay, so primary factors to consider when dealing with spam. What are those? Very interesting part, by the way. Um, we have an article. If you wish, you can write me either an email or like a LinkedIn message asking for this kind of article on which domain is better to choose, or which are the factors that you need to consider while choosing a reliable domain. But the top best practice here is to consider either com or io or co. These are the best ones. Then consider the domain health or domain history, right? Very important. How long and what has been sent, how long the domain has potentially been in spam, how long the domain has been in use. Each of these things, like a very, very important thing. Then, newly created domains tend to fall into spam, as I said, more quickly. This is a normal process, right? And falling into spam for 3 days, for example, and then pulling the client out is more than okay. The thing is that ESPs, email service provider, they track this. They track if a user ends up in spam and then other recipients mark his email as not spam or reply back in positive manner, let's say. It means that everything is fine. The user is active. It is alive. This is not a bot. And it is interesting content that he's sending. So this is very nice thing to even fall in spam, but the most important is to be recovered from this one. Then, of course, product relevance. I'm sure for a marketing manager or managers, that's not going to be something, surprising, right? So you need to ensure alignment with the audience that you are sending to, or your AI, AEs, salespeople, BDRs, SDRs are sending the content to. It is very important to realistically uh, assess the market and audience, how relevant the product is, and how much the audience actually wants this product, right? And want to hear about this product. Then lead quality. It is very important to verify the quality of the leads. If you can share what are the platforms that you are using to qualify those, any tech stack, that's going to be perfect. I'm sure like a lot of people are thrilled to maybe speak about that even. So everyone claims that the lead base is top notch. So everyone from in our expertise, right? Or experience, sorry. They say our customers are saying that each of the leads base that they have is verified, validated, and that the ICP is fine or okay. So there is a need. But in reality, this might not be actually the case. This is after we analyzed a lot of different cases. So we recommend, like this is one of the best recommendations, and I see that a lot of customers are, pretty happy after implementing this. We're recommending testing different industries, company sizes, etc. So, for example, if you've tried everything and the results are not satisfactory for you, you're seeing that you're landing in spam, nothing is working, you see that open rates are low or reply rates are low, you can launch 3 different or other campaigns with alternative ICPs and see how they perform. So it's going to be like A/B testing, right? So the issue isn't always that the warm-up isn't working actually, or the emails are bad, but in the client's approach. So let's try this strategy also. Then the next one is sending patterns. We recommend monitoring volumes and delays that you have between your sendouts. Sending should gradually increase. I showed you on the previous slide, right? That you cannot just send 200 emails per day at a blast. You're unfortunately the reputation of mailbox and domain are going to be ruined this way. So you gradually increase the volumes of send out with an interval between emails being at least 200 seconds. 200 seconds, it is 3.33 minutes. So 3 minutes, 33 seconds. This is the best strategy here. Of course, talking about the spam content. Avoid problematic links. We recommend avoiding postcodes, spam words, which is pretty obvious. By the way, we have spam words checker and it's for free on the Foldely's website, so feel free to explore if you haven't yet. Then we definitely recommend excluding any kind of links. Of course, obviously, broken links, apostrophes, and other broken characters, phone numbers, etc. All of these should not be sent. At least, I don't know, for maybe 1.5 years of being warmed up. And if, for example, a link doesn't exist or doesn't lead to a site but gives an error, then it's broken. And there are two type of apostrophes. One correct and the other one is not. And this is exactly one of the reasons why one of your emails can be marked as spam because of these apostrophes. Adam, we'll get back to you with the reply, but yes, it's better not to. It's better not to include anything like what you have mentioned in the chat. Feel free to address your questions in the Q&A session, and we'll get back to this in, I guess, 10, maybe 15 minutes after. So I'll also send you the two different examples of the apostrophes so you can see the difference. And just, this is a hilarious thing, but we know for sure that Google Docs and ChatGPT use incorrect apostrophe. So yeah, keep it in mind. What else? Warm-up process. Of course, it's very important to gradually increase sending volumes. As I said, right? One by one, you can start with 15, and then you grow exponentially with 10 more each day. This is the best practice from Foldly at least. Maybe with the other platforms, you can do it differently, but I'm not sure. And one of the most important things, an interesting one, tracking links. You remember that we've been in, all of you, right? Us also in talks regarding open tracking links. So how to check whether your open tracking triggers spam filters or it doesn't. It's better to use, by the way, it's better to use branded link rather than open tracking. Then how we recommend checking if your open tracking link triggers the spam filters. This is the strategy. You need to send an email from one of your accounts to another with and without the link. This link, I mean, open tracking. But the accounts should not be familiar with each other and should be on a different domains. This is the best thing. You go, for example, to your send out tool, whatever it is, create a campaign or a sequence, add the email to the sequence, enable tracking link, and then send the email. If this email arrives in the inbox, then everything is fine. If it goes to spam, you need to go or to do the same, but disable the tracking link and send the same email template directly from the mailbox, not from your send out tool, but from the mailbox. And another email without tracking the link, you should also send from the tool. This is the strategy. And then you will understand whether your open tracking link is something that triggers spam filter or not. Let's see what's left. Step-by-step algorithm, what to do if your emails are going to spam. This is another slide. You can make a screenshot off and yeah, use it in your strategy or implement. So this step-by-step approach, it actually helps resolve spam issues and slowly rebuild your sending reputation, at least slowly rebuild. So this is the algorithms of action when you identify or start identifying that your emails are going to spam. We recommend stop sending. So pause all the outreach campaigns of your customer or your own templates or sequences, whatever. Then identify the spam trigger. For example, at Foldly, we have this kind of feature. I'm not sure which platforms you guys are using, but there is a spam trigger feature. It identifies what exactly in your approach triggers spam filters on various ESPs. So you need to look at for the cause. Is it content? Is it mailbox or domain related? You need to take care about this in order, obviously saying, right, to fix this. Also, you need to fix the issue based on the identified cause. We've had a lot of cases when our customers have been using a lot of links or links that did not lead to the main domain of this customer. Or maybe, as I said, apostrophes or spam words. It always depends. So you need to investigate this and fix this. For example, if the problem is with the templates, or the content that you guys sent, then you need to stop sending the affected email template, rewrite this template, add a new template, the one that you rewrite it, to the Sendout platform and to the Foldly or any tool that you are using for warm up. I'm aware that not all the warm up tools or deliverability tools are using your template to warm up, but if they are using your template, then it definitely, makes sense to also change your warm up template on this platform. You need to also wait until the inbox placement rate or the stats shows that you are back on at least 99% of inbox placement rate. It varies. Maybe having, I don't know, like 89 is going to be enough for you. So it depends from niche, on a lot of different factors. After that, add this template to your send out tool. Start sending small volumes again. We recommend either starting with 10 per day or 15 per day. And gradually increase the volume as your performance improves. That was a long day for me. So yeah, this is the strategy. Let me know if I need to stop somewhere additionally. Let me know if you have any questions. I see that we're having some of you guys asking us in the Q&A. This is just the contacts to book a call, my LinkedIn profile, if any questions pop up after the webinar session. So feel free to add and feel free to reach out. Right now, I stop sharing the presentation and let's see what kind of questions do you have. Alexander, does it make sense to enable unsubscribe header if you send under 75 emails from one mailbox per day? Does the unsubscribe header impact the deliverability anyhow in this case? Yes, it does. I can share with you, Alexander, a very interesting case, by the way. Maybe you can implement this also to your strategy. One of our customers had the usual unsubscribe link in the email. Sometimes it's enough just to replace the unsubscribe link from one place in your email to another. And this current template is going to be performing differently. Like by differently, I mean, it's going to bring you more results and it's going to be placed in the inbox. So the answer is yes, it definitely affects, and you can see different strategies. You can also reach out and I'll ask my Foldly's technical savvy guys in regards to maybe more recommendation for you. Another one, if you receive auto reply or out of office message from lead, does it means that your email hits inbox? Yes, as far as I know, yes, it does. Um, did you experience such case if you sent email with company's address in the signature without any links? And in recipient's Google email box, there is a link to Google Maps company's address. How does it impact the deliverability? That's an interesting question. I guess, it depends from case to case. It also depends on the customers or this mailbox, how it performs and which like how good it performs and which exact reputation it has. So, for example, I can give you right now. Once I started with Foldly, I was following up a lot of our leads with huge emails, with a lot of links in there, with even some kind of, let's say, PNGs or presentations attached. And I wasn't like my mailboxes wasn't performing very well. After that, of course, I understood how it all works, and we've been warming up actually my mailbox so it can be performing better and better and better. And after 1.5 years, I can send just huge emails with a lot of links, with a lot of information. I don't have an unsubscribe link, obviously, but I have a signature. I have, a lot of things that are not recommended for the newly like users. So it depends. But thank you for your question. Okay. Was answered. Anonymous attendee. What about the attachments? Let's say a PDF file. Should we send it in seconds cold email for the third or third email reminder? We definitely don't recommend any attachments to be there in your email, or at least, let's say, mm, once your mailbox has been properly warmed up for, I don't know, let's say one year or 1.5 years or 2 years, you can start slowly attaching something. But it's better not to do, not to do that for the first period of time or having a week warm up. I hope I answered your question. Attachments. Okay, I think I missed the unsubscribe link and header explanation. Could you please advise on what the best practice, add-in or not an unsubscribe link and header? It's better not to add an unsubscribe link. You can either paraphrase, for example, the unsubscribe, right? Like if you don't want to receive such emails, just like do this or that. But unsubscribe is by the way, spammy word. So the best practice is not to add an unsubscribe, at least unsubscribe word to your emails. I hope I answered. There are more. What do you do if you are listed on spam score? Listed. Sorry. Recently, our company's main domain was listed. Is there a way to remove it? So with IP, there is a very interesting stuff with the IP. If you are an owner of the IP, it makes sense to delist you from some of the IP's blacklists. If you are not an owner, for example, you are sending from different platforms, and in this case, they are an IP owners. So it's better not to waste your time, your efforts into implementing any strategy. You just wait for a little bit until they delist and do all of this stuff themselves. It usually takes 1 month max. I guess it's better to focus on some kind of different things than delisting you from those blacklists. And yes, sometimes it happens, but it depends. Thank you for your question. Would adding an HTML signature instead of a plain text signature affect email deliverability? Of course, of course, it's better. Yeah, let me start from this point. Are you talking about cold outreach or are you talking about um, like email marketing campaign Fidelis? This is very important because, for example, if cold, okay, then perfect. It's better not to have any HTML format elements or texts in your email to your leads or customers at all. So if you even want to insert anything like a signature or anything like that, it needs to be in plain text format instead of having this in HTML format text. So one of the best practice is not to include anything in HTML. Femi, is there a way to know if our email goes into the inbox or spam? Of course. First of all, it depends which platform or which setup do you use. Right now, do you have a platform to send out, or do you send out your emails manually? If you do have your send outs on some kind of platform, let's say Reply or Woodpecker or any other send out platform, they should have these stats on or analytics. They either say this is bounce or spam. It depends on platform. And also there are a lot of various tools. Postmark. Okay, I see. Thanks, Femi. So there are a lot of also different tools, and you can use them in order to either make sure that the stats that you are getting on your platform is true, or if you don't have any platform, just to to understand and to see how your mailboxes and templates or emails are performing. So for example, at Foldly, one of the tools that we have is called Inbox Insights. It tests in which folder on various ESPs such as Google and Microsoft your emails are landing to, whether this is spam, other folders, or the inbox. And Foldly's Inbox Insights has two complimentary tests per month, so you can use it even without paying for that kind of subscription. Okay, we have one more question from Darian. Can you talk about deliverability to Gmail versus Outlook? I have good deliverability into Gmail inboxes, but terrible to Outlook. What causes this discrepancy? This is exactly like I understand your pain. Everyone does. Right now, a lot of people are facing this kind of issues. This is what I've been talking in the very beginning. Uh, it's better if you're having a Outlook account, it's better to have a paid one, right? You need to be patient. You need to get some, investment and time to wait until your score is going to be fine or the reputation is going to be built. I'm talking right now about the Outlook. Um, to some of our customers, Darian, we recommend sending from Outlook to Outlook. This affects a lot. We see the positive result. In addition to that, Darian, we also recommend our customers having Foldly's warm-up because the Foldly's warm-up, the mailbox, the infrastructure that we have internally, it has either G Suite or Microsoft accounts. So the bots on Microsoft, which are going to be engaging well with your email templates and your mailboxes, right? Marking them as important, removing from spam and promo folder, and reply back in a positive manner. This positive engagement will be analyzed by Microsoft Outlook. And you will be trusted sender identity because of these engagement. So this is a number of factors, and I understand your pain. We're in the same boat. So I would say the first thing is to have a proper warm up with the help of Outlook bots or Outlook users. Look at the reasons, what exactly causes this problem. Wait for a little bit until you warm up your domains, IPs, and the reputation is going to be on a high level. Yeah, but the discrepancy is huge, I understand. Okay, Femi is asking if we're sending cold emails to new leads, the recommendation is not to use HTML template. Is this correct? If so, why? Okay, so best practice is not to send HTML format text to any like to your leads if you're sending out cold emails, definitely. Because here's the thing, it's like by sending HTML format text or by sending links, by sending something special, I don't know, like PNGs included, anything like that, you violate cold outreach rules. That's it. So let's imagine we met, Femi, together with you on a conference. Why would I send you an HTML format text? I would send you a plain text, right? I would send you something like, "Hey, Femi, we met here. This is my contact. Let's have a meeting after blah, 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 some sort of that stuff." So the recommendation, if you have cold outreach, to send in your emails in plain text format. If you have um, if you have cold in plain text, if you have warm or marketing campaigns running, that means that you are contacting with either your current customers or subscribers or opt-in users. Then you can definitely send HTML format text. I hope I answered. What else do we have? Any tips on catchy subject line that makes people open the email? Very nice question. Uh, that's a pain, right? So, by the way, we need to understand that a lot of our customers are complaining regarding the open rates or reply rates because they don't have those catchy subjects that you're talking about right now. So I cannot tell you which ones are the best because I don't know your niche. I don't know like your strategy. Maybe your subject lines are already catchy, but it depends. But definitely you need to, take care of this while calculating what's going to be your open rate and reply rate. Someone answered on catchy subject, "You are about to get fired." Yeah, I love it. I definitely love it. I would open this email, Adam. uh, use brackets and emojis in subject lines. Okay, Greg. I'm not sure if you are answering previous Fidelis questions or you are just recommending the subject lines or let's clarify. We're experiencing high bounce rates in Outlook. After sending just 10 to 15 emails per day, bounces start occurring and the email ID gets blocked. The domains are around 3 months old. Any solution? I would say that is this a new domain and mailbox that you have just created, Fidelis, or this is the mailbox and with a existing reputation? It affects a lot. It means a lot. So if you can just let me know more. Newly created. This is exactly the information that I have already shared. So there are a lot of different problems with Outlooks right now. I'm not even sure if Outlook wants to anyone to send cold outreach at all, but I understand. Let's do this way. If you can send me after our webinar an example of your email and the domain you are referring to, I can investigate this with one of my colleagues and we'll get back to you with our recommendations. Let's do this way. Okay, sounds good. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Um, okay, any tips on the catchy subject that makes people, I answered this one, events industry. Okay, I answered this one already. Spam score. What do you do if you are listed on spam score? Recently, our company's main domain was listed. This is the one that I have already answered also. Um, Femi, are we allowed to add many mailboxes on Foldly? Please don't forget to share the promo code. Okay, of course, I will share the promo code with pleasure. So you are allowed to add as many mailboxes as you wish. All of our customers are adding all the mailboxes that they use to send out their cold or warm outreach from. So we have like customers with 5 mailboxes, with 35 mailboxes, with 300 mailboxes. It depends. And of course, it makes sense to add all of them because the reputation of the mailbox um, affects the reputation of the domain, and the reputation of the domain affects the reputation of the IP. So this is kind of domino effect. You need to consider this also. Let me share with you the promo code, the one that I um, needed to. Just a second. So there are going to be two different promo codes for semi-annual subscription and for annual subscription. You can use any of them. Depends on this strategy you'd like to take, depends on your current needs and everything like that. So feel free to use that. Um, Me or one of my colleagues are going to be very happy to perform a demonstration call to let you know how exactly Foldly platform works, what are the difference between best-in-class warm-up platform or deliverability platform and, um, easier one, let's say. Yeah. So if you don't have any questions, I wanted to tell you that I was really happy to meet you all here. Um, I hope that was helpful. And of course, feel free to reach out uh, if any questions occurred. Can you see, Adam? Can you see the promo codes? It's like Web 30 and Web 50. These are different promo codes. I'm repeating right now here, just a second. Can you see that? Can you please let me know if you can see this? So Web 50 is for, okay, perfect, Adam, perfect. Web 50 is gonna be for annual subscription. Web 30 is gonna be for semi-annual subscription. 30 and 50% accordingly. Feel free to save it. Yeah, and feel free to add me on LinkedIn. I will be very happy to share something more with you. Drop me a line, give me like, anything that you would like to know more. That was my pleasure meeting you all, answering your questions. I hope that was a very interesting webinar. You found something, at least fruitful and interesting for you. Have a good evening too. Thank you, Adam. Thank you all. And wait for the recording. We will drop you a link uh, in the coming days, let's say. Thanks, Femi. Thank you for coming and thank you for your questions.